Assalamu alaikum, namaste, ayubovan, vanakkam. I'm Natasha from Pakistan and welcome back to the Four Horsemen Show, Bonds Beyond Borders, where we break borders each conversation at a time. Today, we are diving into something that truly unites us. We are going to be talking about food. So forget politics, it's basically the comforting aroma of chai, the savory aroma of biryani, or the crunch of a perfectly spiced samosa that brings us together. But let's be real. Food also sparks some kind of, competition and rivalry between all of us. So take chai for example, whether it's the strong masala chai from India, the milky doodh patti chai from Pakistan, the sweet spicy tea from Bangladesh, or the unique preparations of tea in Sri Lanka. Everyone believes that their version is the best.
Oh, the great chai debate in India. We love our masala chai with all its spices and bit of sweetness. But you know what's funny part? No matter where you go in the South Asia, everyone thinks that chai is the ultimate. If you go to Bangladesh or if you go to Sri Lanka or any part of the South Asia, they think that their chai is going to be the best one. So this debate makes not only makes the conversation and the chai, but it makes all of these things more enjoyable. That to have a chai, a debate on a chai. So if in India, everything will be discussed on a corner over a cup of chai.
This is another common thing in Bangladesh too, since we all have cha or chai or tea, whatever you call it. So, and those stalls, those tea stalls, are a common feature. And I have had many friends who live in the West, and one thing they miss the most about this part of the world is they don't have those tea stalls in the Wild West or the modern West, whatever you call it. So, and the fun thing, as you mentioned about this particular drink, is usually without it, the long conversations, gossips, they feel kind of incomplete. Whether you are doing it on the street, whether you are having it with your father or a family at home, doesn't matter. I mean, you have to have cha with the conversations, right? That's like an evening norm, right?
Yeah, it's the same in Sri Lanka as well. Tea time brings communities and everyone together for sure. We have our own special twist with a unique tea culture as well, often infused with spices or served with milk. My favorite is ginger plain tea, or just with a tiny like a piece of jaggery on the side. The debate of like over who has the best chai just continues, but it's this shared love for tea that connects us all, no matter where we are from.
Exactly, Tahira. Food competitions and debates aren't just about rivalry, they're about celebrating the unique flavors each one of us actually offers. There's a growing trend in Pakistan since I think 4 or 5 years that there was like Minhaz mentioned, there were a few, the stall thing that you miss. We had a growing trend of Quetta tea cafes around whole Pakistan. You will find it in each and every nook and corner of Pakistan now. All the stalls are probably now popular with that name, although they do belong or not belong from Quetta. They're still named that, but they have the most amazing tea. Anyway, so grab your cup of chai and let's just deep dive into today's episode of the Four Horsemen Show. So, first thing, here's a fun question for all of you. If food were a person, what dish would be the peace ambassador for your country?
Okay. So in Sri Lanka, I'd say it's kiribat, also called milk rice. It's a dish made by cooking rice with coconut milk until it forms a soft, creamy consistency, and is traditionally served with a spicy onion relish called lunu miris, or a sweet jaggery on the side. The dish is often associated with blessings, prosperity, and unity, making it a powerful symbol of peace and harmony. This dish is embraced by all ethnic and religious communities in Sri Lanka, including the Sinhalese, Tamils, and Muslims. It transcends cultural boundaries in our island and is a dish that brings peace together during communal and daily family gatherings in our island?
Oh, that's a good one. Tahira, for India, I would like to say that for the peace ambassador would be the classic biryani. It's a dish that crosses the borders even within India. So if you go to Hyderabad, okay, it's a rich, spicy biryani. If you go to Kolkata, it's a potato laden biryani. It's a milder one. And in every region, there is if you go to south, there's South the Chettinad biryani.
What you said is absolutely true about biryani. It transcends borders like everywhere. And I think we have different version of Hyderabadi biryani in Bangladesh too. It's called Hyderabadi biryani, but depending on where you are eating, it tastes different. And of course, I have eaten biryani in Hyderabad as well, but that one is also different than what we ate here as Hyderabadi biryani. We have our like own kachi biryani, which is also different. And biryani, I mean, well, I think we should probably do another whole episode about that. But yeah, since we talk about like each other's food right now, and if I were to nominate something from Bangladesh, I would say it's definitely something that we eat on every first day of the Bengal calendar year, which is called Panta Ilish. So that means you have the rice, which is like wet with water. So that is called the panta, and you have the hilsha fish, which is the ilish. So, and with that, you have like very normal, let's say, onions and like green chili, and that's it. It's a very simple dish, but it's a long tradition, goes way back, and it represents the culture and the rich heritage of Bengal and this in this region. So, and it's also very delicious as well.
Thank you, Minhaz. And also, Sagar, I would like to add to your biryani that I completely agree with
Of
Minhaz
course,
that
you have to.
although
Yeah.
you have already chosen that peace ambassador, but I think it does transcend boundaries. And we also have our Hyderabadi version of biryani, which is a little spicier. So, and we also have a Hyderabad. So, yeah, we do have that
Yeah, Pakistan likes
different.
to copy.
Yeah, sure. Sure, Sagar. But anyway, I would like to go with that. I think Nihari for us would be the peace ambassador. It's a slow cooked meat stew which has like the perfect blend of spices. It's hearty, warming, and it's eaten across the country. Whether you are in Karachi, Lahore, Islamabad, Rawalpindi, you will find Nihari. And if Nihari is on the table, people come together to enjoy it. We have like very very famous shops which are who have now started producing canned Nihari products as well in Karachi, named Javed Nihari. We have a person over here in Rawalpindi who at 4 a.m. prepares Nihari because people used even now eat Nihari in breakfast as well with naan. So within 2 hours his shop is empty and he doesn't have any Nihari left to sell. So I think I would like to say that Nihari is the peace ambassador for Pakistan.
In our country, nihari is like more of a like morning dish. Like if you go to a hotel restaurant like in the morning to have your breakfast, so it's like a fancy kind of breakfast item, or you're trying to have like heavy breakfast, you have nihari.
Yeah.
So kind of like that. You have it in the other parts of the day as well, but it's a like morning. Is it the same in Pakistan? I was wondering.
Yeah, so some parts like in Lahore, it's mostly going to be something that's eaten in the breakfast, and we do have mostly nihari over here as a breakfast dish. In Lahore, we also have pie, the bone broth that is made.
That's
That's
my
very
favorite.
popular.
That's my favorite. Yeah.
Yum.
So that
Yeah,
nihari and pie are very very popular in Lahore as a breakfast dish. But yes, there are a lot of people who have nihari as a dinner or as a lunch as well. So yeah, that we do have, but mostly in breakfast. You're right.
so I would like to add one more thing into that. That Nihari was invented by Mughal, so their soldiers can eat it while they're in the morning, in the breakfast. So it's a breakfast food, and it was invented in Delhi by Mughals and their soldiers, so they can eat it in the morning and they can survive on a longer time. So yeah, Nihari. That's
Yeah.
one more common topic.
Definitely. And I think biryani and nihari and all of these foods that we have talked about, I think they do deserve a separate episode because we dive deep into their history and how, the flavors, the variations they have. I think it's a very rich topic. Anyway, uh, I would love to move to another question that I had in mind. Like, we all have those strange choices of food in our countries. So, I would like to ask Sagar from you, do you have any quirky foods in India?
So there are lots of it, but the recent one I got on this one of the Instagram reel was one of the quirkiest food I had ever seen was the mango omelette. So yeah, it exactly sound like it's a mango omelette. So the guy was preparing the omelette and then he cut down the mango pieces and put it on the omelette and then wrap it up and then he served it. Trust me, guys, it works. It got famous.
Okay.
I've never heard of that, Sagar. Well, in Sri Lanka, we've got the kottu roti, chopped godamba flatbread, mixed with anything and everything you can imagine. Like everything, beef or chicken or fish, whatever it is, with vegetables and egg and cheese, or all of it together. You know, and what makes it quirky is the theatrical display and the sound the two unique blades make when the dish is coming together. It's just music to your ears.
I had it
Yeah.
in the Jaffna Food Festival
Yes, good.
when I was
Yeah.
in Colombo.
Did you like it? Was it good?
I don't know, man. Yeah, it was good for the other people who were trying, but I since I was newly introduced to that test, so it was a
I don't know,
bit
but I mean,
strange.
yeah, but
You have to
that's the thing
try it
about
in the
quirky.
streets. It's a
Yeah, next time
popular
I will do
street
that.
food.
Yeah,
Yeah,
next time you have to take me there.
So
done.
I have this one friend that your conversation reminds me of. So he's a fellow from Prague. So when he came to Bangladesh for a festival, that he and me were like kind of we were speaking at the festival. So he was telling me that, hey, do you have time to go for like a street food run? I'm like, okay, that's okay. We can go and do that, of course. But what's the big deal about it? Like, you can eat like all the lavish food in here. We were talking about this in a five-star hotel, right? So he was saying that no, my habit is every time I go to a new country, I try to eat as many as possible, like street foods as possible, as many street foods as possible. So and he does it until he has a like bad stomach. So that is what it does. So then, well, that was interesting. But yeah, quirky foods are something I think that you might find strange in general, but some people do not like it. It's not for the taste buds, but some people they love it. For example, like in Bangladesh, we have dried fish, which we call shutki. So you dry the fishes and you put some salt and like probably some other spices on it, and like you can cook it, you can fry it, you can smash it, like have a smashed version of it. You can eat it like in many different ways, and they last longer, of course. And they have a very strange smell, but some people like it, like me, and they love to eat it as well. But for many people, it's not, that much attractive as well. So yeah, both sides of the coin.
Yeah. Thank you, Minhaz, and good job, everyone. Mango omelette. Okay, so I couldn't absorb pineapples on pizza yet, and now we have mango on omelette. So I have to absorb that now. But yeah, so guys, have you ever heard of limu soda? I'm pretty sure all of us have it. Limu soda,
Yeah, limbu soda. It's famous. We all
or
drink it.
Okay.
like lemon with soda, right?
Yeah,
We
Yes.
yeah,
have
that's
that.
common.
It's usually like street food stalls. We have for chai. In summers, we have stalls for limu soda. So quirky food for Pakistan, I believe, would be doodh soda, milk soda. They mix milk with a soda which is flavored, and it's usually Sprite, and they make a drink out of it. and it is very popular, like really popular. Usually in Ramazan, people break their fast with doodh soda. I personally don't like it, but there are so many people who absolutely love doodh soda. So, and they also make it with Mirinda. Just imagine Mirinda and milk. It's just
You can do that all my life.
Is it
Okay.
is it allowed?
Clearly.
I guess
Don't they throw you in a jail for doing that?
probably you should come over and you should try it before you say that. If you liked it, I would be throwing you in jail then.
Okay, no
Anyway,
politics in this
yeah.
episode, guys. No politics in this episode.
No fault. Just food. Just food.
Just food, just.
Mouth drooling food. All right. So, how about we spice things up a little bit and we have a fun game? I'm going to, explain food and you have to guess it. One of you has to guess it. So, the first one is it's a snack that's triangular in shape. It's usually filled with something. It has a stuffiness inside it, and it's fried to perfection. So, any guesses?
Okay. Obviously, it's samosa.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
that's
you threw an easier
triangle.
one.
Yeah.
Triangle, potato, yeah, crispy. Everyone is having that, so yeah, simple one, samosa.
Common snacks.
Minhaz, I would like to mention over here. So we have a very popular Bengali Samosa over here. There's this guy named Ustad Aladita, originally from Bengal, and he opened up a small curbside stall in Islamabad in probably 1972 or somewhere around that. And he's selling those meaty samosas. They are very small, but they have a chutney, which is, it's to die for. So whenever you are here, I'm taking you to,
Okay.
eat those samosas. They are amazing, mouth-watering.
Okay, that sounds super interesting because samosa is one of my favorite snacks as well. So, yeah. Okay. Since we're talking about samosa and it got me hungry at the middle of the night, but since it's night, let's go with some dessert. Let's say some dessert or something sweet. So it's a sweet dish, usually served after like festivals, like weddings and whatnot, or if you go to somebody's house and you're having like family big gathering, and it's made of like thickened milk and sugar. So it's sweet, smooth, creamy, and probably has a dash of like cardamom for extra flavor. Anybody? Any guesses? Which dish is this?
I'm trying to say kheer, but no, not a rice pudding. Mishti doi. Or is that
Oh.
how you say it? Mishti doi.
How did you come up with that? I mean, you could have said sweet custard, but yeah, it's Mishti doi. You're right.
And that's
It's
Good
my
one,
favorite
Tahira.
dessert as well.
Yeah,
Good one.
one.
Tahira.
Okay, my turn. Okay, this dish is bowl shaped, made from fermented batter of rice flour and coconut milk. It has a crispy edge with a soft doughy center. It's usually served with curry or even a fried egg on top. Any guesses?
Dosa? Because I think that's the famous thing. Is dosa? No? Utpa? No. I had it. What was the name? Yeah. It's hoppers, grasshoppers, something like
Yes.
that, right?
No,
Yeah.
not grasshoppers. It's just hoppers. Or,
I
or
thought
some
grasshoppers.
would call it.
Yeah,
Like
hoppers.
hoppers from the
hoppers.
Stranger
Sorry.
Things.
Sorry, grasshoppers. I had.
Ooh.
If I have to eat grasshoppers, I have to probably visit Bangkok.
Yeah, and this is just
Sorry,
hoppers.
just hoppers.
Yeah,
Grasshoppers.
some would call them appam, not grasshoppers. But yeah, they're a
Yeah,
street food favorite in Sri Lanka, especially when paired with some delicious like coconut sambal, pul sambal, my favorite.
it is amazing, amazing. So,
Okay.
there is one from India. It's like a ball of dough soaked in sugar and almost served at every celebrations. And probably you all had it. It melts in your mouth whenever you are eating it. So, in every wedding or any function, everywhere it is available, like wherever you go. Very
Wait,
easy one,
is it?
guys.
Yeah, yeah. It's really easy, Sagar. You shouldn't even have tried. It's rasgulla.
Yeah. No rasgulla.
Wait.
Okay, okay.
Did you say? Okay, you want
Yeah,
another
yeah,
go?
Minhaz. No, no, Minhaz, go ahead, please.
Does it have? Is it from a different color? It's not white, is it?
No, no, it's not white.
Then
Okay.
it's gulab
I
jamun. Then it's
Gulab
gulab jamun.
Jamun.
True. So
Definitely.
someone here is so much eager and thought it was so much easy. Okay, said, what do you say? Rasgulla.
You lost her in the color, man. When
Yeah,
you
Yeah,
say
yeah.
you
it,
lost
it's
me with
not
the color.
bad.
You didn't give a proper
Yeah,
explanation, honestly.
probably that's my fault too. Yeah, I can understand. It's always India's fault. Always.
No politics,
No
just
politics.
food.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Just food. Okay. Anyway, so ignoring politics and coming on to something that actually does unite us. So let's talk about common foods. What do you think is the one dish that truly unites all of us, no matter what, like all the four countries?
Mm, well, something that you find on the table in almost every other let's say timing, that is I think that you have it with rice. It's called dal. So I think we have different versions of dal. Like I've been to India, so I have eaten different versions of dal there as well. And I have dal every day in my home, like in every other. I think maybe it's dal, right? You guys all have it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. In Sri Lanka, we have paripu, our version of dal, served with rice and
Mhm.
curry, and it's a staple in every household here as well. Whether it is a fancy meal or just a simple dinner, it's always there.
True. I think when we all were in US at that time, Farad made that one paripu for all of us, and it was a
Yes,
Yeah.
we
tastier
did.
one. I like that one because that helped me to kind of retain my vegetarian diet. So, but in India, generally daily, if you in India too, dal is a daily ritual food. Like if you go to any part of the India, okay, dal is going to be little bit different each and everywhere. Okay, like if you visit Gujarat, so Gujaratis are famous to have the sweeter dal. So our dal is going to be sweet, little bit sweet. Then you visit north side, you can find dal makhani, dal tadka, dal dal
Shahi dal.
bukhara. That is shahi dal. Dal bukhara is also one of the favorite one. So dal is probably yeah. In south when we go, it's sambar basically. So, but that's a more dal and rice side. But when we talk about the when like Sri Lanka and Bangladesh especially, because Pakistan is also similar, having a wheat in their staple diet. Okay, like we eat rotis, naans. Do you guys have similar in wheat, or how do you means eat it? I don't know.
Well, in Sri Lanka, we are all about rice and rice. And while naan isn't as common here, we have our crispy godamba roti and coconut rotis. But it's really those rice-based dishes that take center stage in the island.
Yeah, that's fascinating. In India, naan often makes to star appearances. Like it's not we don't eat daily basis, but rotis we daily eat. But naan is occasional food and is a tastier one. There are lots of varieties of naan is available. So, what is in Pakistan, Natasha? I want to know.
Like everyday staple diet probably is either wheat roti, which we consume, and on special occasions we do have naan, and we have different types of naan. So whenever we go to a restaurant, we order a basket of naans, which has various different kinds of naan. So there's garlic naan. There's going to be a naan with those black seeds. It's called kalonji. I'm not sure what else it's called. Then those
It's
sesame
Kalonji.
seeds. Yeah, sesame seeds. Naan. So we have different kinds of naans. But yes, we it's probably more like occasional thing. It's not a daily consumption item. And we do have rice as well. But I think India and Pakistan, when we compare it to Bangladesh and Sri Lanka, in Bangladesh and Sri Lanka, I think the rice is more staple as compared to wheat. While in India and Pakistan, I think wheat is more staple as compared
True.
to
Rice.
rice. Yeah. So definitely, I agree with Minhaz. Dal chawal is something that we all four can relate to. It's a common food between us. It's you can say a silent hero of the South Asian cuisine. We make it differently. We have different types of dals and serve with boiled rice or even different kinds of rice as well. Some people put zira in their rice and make it more interesting and aromatic as well.
Yeah, Jeera rice.
Yeah, so we do have, dal chawal is something that does unites us. And whether we talk about Lahore, Colombo, Dhaka, Delhi, and other parts of our countries as well, everyone's got a pot of dal simmering somewhere. I think we all agree with that.
It's true.
So, it's definitely food is something that ties us all together. And it's not just food, it's probably more than just meals. It's memories, it's traditions, it's the shared moments we all have. Like Sagar mentioned that Faraj had cooked rice for all of us. So it's the memory. Maybe you don't even remember how the dal tasted, but the fact that we were all 20 people sharing dal chawal together on that one in that one room on that one floor, the feeling all of us had at that time, I think that's more valuable, and that's what food did to us. It was just a reason for us to feel that way. I think so. So Sagar, remember my family welcomed you with veg biryani made of potatoes in Dubai, and we sat together, we ate it, and it felt like we have known you for years, and you blended right in.
Oh, I can never forget that experience, like your family's hospitality in the Ramadan and that delicious biryani, which was specially cooked for me in veg, because I was the only person who was eating veg, and still everyone ate veg potato biryani for me. So that was incredible experience for me, and it's just proof that food break down walls, whether it's veg biryani in Dubai or biryani from any corner of South Asia. It's something that unites us all. The food is the something that unites us all.
Yeah.
And also the
But
memories as well when you have foods together. That's also Natasha was pointing out, especially the foods we have had when we stayed together in the US. I think the tradition is so beautiful of like having people from each country cook every other weekend. It's so beautiful, and it actually played a big part in like making such a close knit community that we are blessed with. And like it's very difficult to forget all those dishes that we have ate, starting from Faraj, Anika, Mansi, Natasha. So everyone from every country. So thank you guys for those memories. And yeah, maybe we should do another episode on street foods as well, like since we barely touched
Yeah,
that.
sure.
And maybe fuchka and Indian panipuri, and also the others in Sri Lanka and Pakistan as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even realize it until like we were speaking. Yes, every country that made us like all of us when we were together, or every one of us made a rice dish. Mansi and Natasha, they got together. They made the biryani together, which was beautiful. Anika made a Bangladeshi dish, which was
Khichuri. Khichuri.
yeah,
Yeah.
yes. I made a kiribat that no one remembers. Okay, FYI. Okay, but
Oh,
yeah,
it was tasty. It was tasty. Yeah, yeah. I remember. It was very much tasty.
but yeah, even when David made his chili, I think we ate it with rice, with plain
Yeah.
steamed rice, right? So
That
yeah,
was
Yeah, yeah.
amazing.
it
Amazing.
food definitely does bond us. Yes, I agree completely.
Couldn't have said it better. Like next time when you sit down just and eat, remember every dish tells a story. There is always going to be a story behind every dish, like the Nihari that we have talked. And that story has the power to bring us all together back. That from where we have started, where we have evolved and grow. So yeah, food and the story behind it, I just love it.
Well said, Sagar. I completely agree with you, and thank you, Tahira, for mentioning the biryani. Because somebody over here doesn't acknowledges how tasty that biryani was. And
Yeah,
thank
yeah,
you.
we
I
all know.
remember your kiri bhat as well. It was really nice. So anyway, when like you just mentioned, there when we talk about a dish, it does take us back to something always. Whenever we talk about any kind of food, it does take us back to some kind of memory, whether it's a positive one, whether it's a negative one. uh, it has the power, and we need to allow it to have that power over us to unite us, to bring us closer. And with that, I think we should just wrap up today's episode. And I completely agree with Minhaz. We need to have another session of street food and the competition we of fuchka versus puchka, right? Puchka versus panipuri. The tangy one, the sweet ones. I think we really need to deep dive into the street food part as well. So until next time, keep sharing your food and stories, and let's continue building these bond beyond borders. I think before wrapping up, I would like the audience. I would like to ask the audience if you have any common food that you have in mind. If you have any quirky food that you want to share, I would encourage you to please put that down in your comments and let us know what you think about the different kinds of foods that we have mentioned and the different kind of foods that you want to highlight as well. So, until next time, keep sharing your food and stories, and let's continue building these bonds beyond borders. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye. Until next time.